This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for April 3rd, 2025. It's currently March 28th, 2025, 3:01 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of its reading, $556.11 USD, and the image file for the April 3rd reading was created on yesterday at 12:13 a.m. That's March 27th, 12:13 a.m. So what we're going to cover in this video is the overall trend direction for the day. We're going to give you chart behavior and timing for the day's highest high, the day's lowest low, and the best trade opportunities. Excuse me. We're even going to give you the hour-by-hour sequence of chart events as outlined by, it's important to follow it as outlined by the prediction. The timing is usually on point to the hour, but there will be cases where you need to give it plus or minus an hour or two of wiggle room, and that's why I always tell people, follow the sequence of chart events. Timing is secondary. It's also why you should not trade this information alone. I do not recommend it. It's only for entertainment purposes to prove to you extrasensory perception exists and can be used practically. If you're serious about trading this information, you must have access to our live Discord trade alerts and live trading view chart link drawings. We actually draw entry and exits in real time and keep people up to date. I'm going to show you how to get those game-changing services at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. So the overall theme and behavior for the day, we have a nullified debauch card. So a decline down to and through support, meeting a second support, attempting to establish support along that second support, and then breaking down through it through multiple supports, probably into a trough. I might speak too soon about that trough at the end of the day. We'll see. But it's nullified, so there's likely to be a move to the upside, counteracting or making the decline irrelevant. Behavior around the highest high, we have the Ace of Swords in the high correlator position. Usually this is a resistance on a multi-day scale that will decline from and return to many times. Sometimes you'll see it repeating, and we actually had it here on the first. So I wonder, it's probably that resistance. So like after the significant low, we probably return to that resistance. We'll have to see in real time. But either way, it's a resistance level on a multi-day scale that we decline and then return to. The high and the low are within close time proximity to each other as well. And an advice to trade around a notable decline offering opportunity to open up a long position or close a short position. Now, in the pre-market, we've got a resistance level that we decline from and then probably return to. There's a high and a low both there in the pre-market. And then at the open, we attempt to establish support. It's likely what this is talking about. So my sense is that we're probably lower around the open than we were the previous close. And we attempt to establish support and rally out of that open with a crest that turns over, creating another high somewhere there around the open or in the first half hour with a crest. Rally turns over into bearish price swings or sharp drop between roughly 10 and 11. So we've got a high probably right around the opener in that first half hour, and likely we've got a low for the day taking place just before noon. So bearish price swings going from a high to a low, and then decline period of volatility with a sharp drop that stands out in that period of volatility taking place between roughly 11 and 12. And within that sharp drop, that's likely where I would exit out of a short position if I'm still holding a short position, or if I created one at the open. I would likely open up a long position here. It's a bit risky, but I would likely open up a long position here for another day trade. Big move to the upside, probably back to the price level that we fell from with this unicursal hexagram here at the beginning of the month. Be careful. There's a high and a low within close time proximity. We do a pop and a full retracement back down. A move higher, full retracement back down somewhere between 1 and 2, and some mixed crisscrossing behavior back and forth through the same price level between 2 and 3, taking us into another high for the day, possibly a highest high for the day. Hard to say, but this is likely where I would exit out here at 3 o'clock at a peak. There's likely somebody speaking something to do with finance, and I would exit around that time. I wonder if that's the Fed. Hard to say. That I would exit the long there, and then if we're still at highs at the open, if we're still at highs for the day at the open, I would open up, or at the close, I mean, I would open up a short position. Yeah, that's a cross-street incongruency as well. That's an advanced technique, or an advanced aspect of SO meta-analysis, which we're going to cover in much more detail in the Investor Profit University that likely launches towards the end of 2025. So if we haven't seen this resistance, like that we were returning to before the 3 o'clock, then 3 o'clock's where it exit the long. And it's a little hard to say if we want to go long or short here. I think you probably want to go short at the... If we have a drop here around the close back into a trough, I would say it's opportunity to open up a long position, which you would close out of. No, I would just avoid that trade at the end of the day. It's too tricky, guys. So avoid that trade at the end of the day. But likely lowest low for the day somewhere here just before noon. Highest high for the day likely to be in that last hour. And that's SPY for April 3rd, 2025. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You could have watched this video as early as March 28th if you had access to our early access. We drop all of the videos that we post public on YouTube. They all come out here on early access Discord, early access to video links channel, which you get with early access. You also get access to the live streamed questions. Drop a question in here. It's answered on the next available live stream. You got the live SPY day trade alerts and swing trade alerts, a chat channel, ask questions at any moment, and you get all of the SPY content as well, obviously. That's the way that you get that. You go to our website, Tarot for Traders, hover over order now, click on subscription. This is currently only $100 a month. It's going up, probably doubling in price after Mercury retrograde, so somewhere after April 7th. So if you want to get this and you've been thinking about it, pull the trigger before that price goes up. You'll have this price of $100 a month for the lifetime of the subscription. And it gets you those chart drawings, which are super, super helpful. Much love and appreciation. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.